observation, symmetry, and control.
Deviation detected. Hypothesis. Machines are incapable of independent thought. Distant and familiar.
Today's Thanksgiving Day game action is being brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence, quality fencing built to last. St. Luke's, the region's varsity team in sports medicine. The Perk, good times, good people, great food. Welcome to the 96th annual Pennridge Quakertown Thanksgiving Classic, presented by Hilltop Farm and Fence, your trusted family-owned fencing specialist serving Bucks and Montgomery counties. Whether you need aluminum, vinyl, wood, PVC, or chain link, Hilltop builds quality fences that protect what matters most. Free estimates, fast service, and a 5-year workmanship guarantee. The 96th Thanksgiving Classic is brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence, the family-owned fencing experts serving Bucks and Montgomery counties. From residential privacy fences to farm and commercial fencing, Hilltop delivers exceptional workmanship, backed by a 5-year warranty. Looking for aluminum, vinyl, PVC, wood, or chain link? Hilltop does it all, professionally, efficiently, and built to last. Protect your property. Call Hilltop Farm and Fence today. Today's broadcast is also made possible by St. Luke's University Health Network, the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. St. Luke's provides the most advanced injury prevention, athletic training, performance, physical therapy, chiropractic care, nutrition, and sports psychology in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Serving over 60 schools and nearly 40,000 student athletes, St. Luke's helps every athlete perform at their best. With St. Luke's Sports Medicine, it's game on. Today's game is also brought to you in part by The Perk, everyone's favorite place in the Pennridge region. Enjoy award-winning burgers, pasta, steak, seafood, and generous portions in a warm, historic setting. When you walk inside The Perk, you know you're home. Open 7 days a week and home to Pennridge student athletes, win or lose after the big game. Visit attheperk.com to see the full menu and gift cards. The Perk, good times, good people, great food. And Grillo's Cleanout Services handles estate cleanouts, rental turnovers, junk removal, and expert hot tub transportation. Customers praise their honesty, great communication, and ability to handle even the toughest jobs. Today's game is brought to you in part by Grillo's Cleanout Services, so give them a call, 267-221-1880. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 96th annual Thanksgiving Day game here at Hellman Field, the classic rivalry between the Pennridge Rams and your Quakertown Panthers. Awesome atmosphere, a little bit blustery here, along with Scott Hagan, one of our assistant principals. My name's Dave Thomas, and with Ray Ott, we'll be bringing all the action today here on YouTube. Our stream is up and ready, and we can't wait to bring it to you. But you know what? Talking to Coach Kyle Beller this week, it's a one-game season. It's going to be that classic battle between Pennridge and Quakertown, and they expect nothing less than one game for everything and all of the tradition that goes with it, right, Scott?
Absolutely. The Rams come in 12-2 after playing district championship game last week. Quakertown's been off for about a month, coming in 4-6, but records go out the window on a day like today. They are both 0-0 playing on Thanksgiving. This rivalry goes back to 1920, and we're going to talk all about the history of this game over the years and get ready to watch some great football today.
And I know we want to thank all of our community sponsors. We tried something for this broadcast, and we're so excited to have so many sponsors that took a vested interest in the broadcasting of this game and bringing it to more than 20,000 people in the Pennridge and Quakertown communities. And throughout the broadcast, we'll be able to say thank you to them. But make sure you pop by their businesses and say thank you to them as well, because their sponsorship was a huge part in bringing this tradition to you in such a professional venue like we have here today on YouTube.
Thank you. Let's enjoy the game.
All right, back to you guys in the booth.
morning, everyone. Welcome to Hellman Field for the 96th annual Thanksgiving Day football game between the Quakertown Panthers and our Pennridge Rams. As we get ready for the festivities to kick off, we have the slow walk by the Quakertown football team coming out of their locker room. And in just a few minutes, we're ready for the introduction of the Rams. So my name is Scott Hagan. I'm the class of 2029 principal here at Pennridge High School, joined by my good friend, Mr. Ray Ott. Good morning, Mr. Ott.
Good morning, Mr. Hagan. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. This is a beautiful morning here at Hellman Field. It's nice to be able to see out and see how beautiful the countryside is as we get ready for Thanksgiving football. The Panthers come in after a long break after their 10-game season ended the week before Thanksgiving or before Halloween, actually, and they are coming in the game 4-6. They have wins against Pennsbury, Bensalem, Rock North, and Truman, and some losses against state semifinalists Southern Lehigh, North Penn, who's playing for the state semifinals as well, Souderton, Upper Dublin, Council Rock South, and Chester. The Rams come into the game with a 12-2 record on the cusp of the winningest team in program history. They have wins against Liberty, Bensalem, Truman, Pennsbury, Abington, Neshaminy, East, South, with their lone loss of the regular season coming to CB West. And then they went on a unbelievable run in the playoffs, being the District 1 number 1 seed with wins over Plymouth Whitemarsh, Downingtown East, Coatesville, and then a tough loss last Friday night to the North Penn Knights. All right, Quakertown is coming out, and they're going to go through their cheerleaders and things like that. A little bit of a delay. This 10:15 start's a little different than 7 p.m. that we're used to.
We have to thank some people, Mr. Hagan,
Yeah,
for
we do.
bringing us this game today. So first of all, today's game is presented by Hilltop Farm and Fence, your Bucks County fencing experts. Need a new fence? Hilltop Farm and Fence builds aluminum, vinyl, wood, and chain link that lasts. Today's Thanksgiving Classic is proudly presented by Hilltop Farm and Fence as our primary sponsor, your trusted family-owned fencing experts. From vinyl and aluminum to wood and chain link, Hilltop builds fences that stand strong for years. Quality workmanship, honest service, Hilltop Farm and Fence, built to last. And you know what they say, Mr. Hagan, good fences make good neighbors. This broadcast is brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence as our primary sponsor, serving Bucks and Montgomery counties with top quality residential farm and commercial fencing. Free estimates, fast turnaround, and a 5-year workmanship warranty. Hilltop Farm and Fence. Protect what matters most.
All right, and now we are ready for the welcoming of the Rams as they enter Sandman.
Ladies and gentlemen, here come your 2025 Pennridge Rams!
The Rams come out wearing their green jerseys with their white pants, which they've only worn one time this year, early in the season. It is the traditional Pennridge look as they come out and play their traditional Thanksgiving Day rival, who's all in all white, the Stormtrooper look, or the Snowman look this time of year, the Quakertown Panthers. As you're going to see in just a minute, we have first responders and some of our Green Jackets cheerleaders heading out to the center of the field with a flag that was donated for today's game, and that will be present as the national anthem is being played by the Pennridge Marching Rams.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin today's matchup, we would like to extend a special thank you to ATS Tree Service for generously lending us the flag at midfield for today's national anthem. ATS is proudly owned by the Servant family. Adam Servant, a Pennridge alumnus from the class of 2007, continues to give back to the Rams community, and we are grateful for their support in helping elevate today's event. Holding the flag this afternoon are our Green Jackets cheerleaders who are heading to the Pop Warner Nationals, along with first responders who have faithfully served our games and this community all season long. Thank you to ATS Tree Service, our cheerleaders, and our first responders for helping make today's atmosphere special. this time, we ask all to please stand and face the flag as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem by our very own Pennridge Marching Rams.
Lynn. The helicopter's coming. The helicopter's at the end of the this way. Yeah, it's gonna go this way and then come back. Nice little flyby, helicopter flyby by the Durstein
Ladies and
family.
gentlemen, today's helicopter flyover is proudly provided by Will and Debbie Durstein of Durstein Air Service. Piloting the aircraft is Pennridge alum Will Durstein, class of 1988. Assisting in the back are John Durstein and Jesse
If they
Dahl.
get a chance to
We
say
thank the
rally
entire Durstein
towels.
team for helping make today's game
From who?
experience
Celtic.
special.
Thank you to Celtic Shield, who has been handing out. Hey, we got the Grinch up there. That's kind of funny.
It's pretty neat that, we got here about 9 o'clock this morning. The Quakertown people were already here. They're handing out blue T-shirts, and the Pennridge people, thanks to Celtic Shield Insurance Group, have beautiful green rally towels. So it's a packed house again here at Hellman. The green against the blue for the 96th time.
Pennridge leads the series 58 wins, 32 losses, and 5 ties. For any of you that are under the age of 40, you may not understand, but we used to have ties back in high school football. But now we have the overtime rule. Coming into the game, Quakertown has 4 wins in a row, so the Rams are trying to get their trophy back. The longest win streak ever was 1972-1978, where the Rams won 7 in a row. But the longest unbeaten streak is 8, with Quakertown having 8 in a row where they did not lose. That was from 1945 to 1952.
Number 31, Brian Rowe, and number 67, Shane Rowan.
So the captains for Pennridge today, number 67, Shane Rowan, number 6, Will Doherty, number 16, our quarterback, Noah Keating, and number 31, the do-all, do-everything, running back and linebacker, Ryan Rowe. Can you see the Quakertown captains, Mr. Hagan? They're a little obscured.
Yeah, hold on. We're going to see here. We got number 22, which is Jackson Conley. Number 25, which is Kyler Reisner. And looks like number 9, Brady Martin, their quarterback. And one more, number 55, that would be Owen Reichwein. All right, it is time for the kickoff. This is going to be a great game. The athletic directors and coaches are all meeting out with the officials at center field. We expect to have a great game, and may the best team win today.
Quakertown Athletic Director, Mr. Brian Liacona, and the Pennridge Athletic Director, Mr. Henry Hunt, involved in a lot of planning and preparation to make this event go on. So thank you to those two gentlemen.
Yeah, they've been working overtime with, Quakertown does a picnic on Tuesday before Thanksgiving for their players. Both teams had bonfires last night. This is a tradition rich game that goes back to 1920. That first game, Quakertown defeated Perk High School 13-0 in 1920. And then 1930, the Sellersville Percy High School won the game 13-0. And then in 1953 is when it became Pennridge Quakertown, and the Rams won that game 13-7 over the Panthers.
So it looks like Quakertown is going to receive the opening kickoff. Austin Keller, number 48, a 5'10", 165-pound junior, is going to kick it away here at Hellman Field to start the festivities for the 96th annual Pennridge versus Quakertown Thanksgiving Day Classic. And here we go, Mr. Hagan. It's a deep kick. It's taken at the 1. Number 8 for Quakertown.
No, number 9.
Number 9. He's going to be tackled by number 7 for Pennridge.
Brady Martin returns kicks. He's on the field the entire game except for extra point and field goals.
So Sean Luthi on the tackle. That's pretty incredible. He's I think for first team all league quarterback, first team all league safety, and he's running back kicks. Brady Martin.
He's also the first Quakertown quarterback to have 2,000 passing yards in his career.
So here we go. Quakertown lines up in an offset eye. They give to the fullback. He rumbles ahead, and he looks like he's going to pick up about 5 on first down. That would be number 22, Jackson Connolly, a 6'3", 220-pound senior and a second-team all-league player.
Quakertown's just going to come out and run the ball. They're going to try to get some play-action passes going. We should see a pretty consistent offense.
So Martin fakes, and he's rolling right. He's pressured. He throws, and he completes it to number 11, Ben Hutchinson. Ben is a 6'4", 180-pound junior wide receiver, and he's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Ben has some Pennridge connections. His father is an English teacher at Pennridge High School.
His father is an outstanding English teacher. His students love him. He might be the best public speaking teacher I've ever seen. His class is outstanding. So here we go. Big play here. 3rd and 1, Mr. Hagan. What are we looking for?
I think we're just looking at quarterback turning around, handing it to the fullback.
They're lined up in a tight set. They bring motion to the right. The give is to the tailback, number 25, Kyle Rosner, and he's going to get the first down. Rosner is a 5'8", 160-pound senior, honorable mention all-league player. So Quakertown comes out and with a pretty impressive first set of series.
Yeah, I think that this is pretty much what we're going to see from Quakertown offensively today. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers, a tight end. Just going to matriculate the ball down the field.
So the give is to Rosner, and he's hit immediately for no gain. There's a gang of green shirts over there.
On the run, he's brought down for no gain on the play. Nolan Warman.
It looks like number 55, Nolan Warman, on the tackle.
Absolutely. Nolan's been a two-way player for the Rams this year. Came into camp thinking he was going to be back in his tight end position, and they moved him into guard, gave him a double nickel number there, number 55, and away he went.
So 2nd and 10, and Martin's back to throw. He's throwing down the left sideline. It's incomplete. Intended for number 11, Ben Hutchinson. And Coach Beller told a really good story about moving Nolan's position the other day. And I think one of the signs of a great coach is where you take players and you move them into the positions that they need to play for the good of the team. It isn't always about yourself. Sometimes, in football, you have to play where the team needs you. And that's why it's an ultimate team game. It's a great game. So here we go, 3rd and 10 for Quakertown. They're in the I formation. It looks like Genetti's coming on a blitz. He's picked up. Throw is complete to Ben Hutchinson, and he's tackled immediately by number 2, Chase Klontz. It picks up about 6 yards. So it's going to be, looks like a 3rd and 5, and Quakertown is going to punt, Mr. Hagan.
Yeah, it looks like that was they went for the deeper pass on 2nd down and 10, didn't get it, so they just tried to get some yardage there so they could get this punt off at the 47-yard line.
Now they are at midfield, so we have to watch for some trickeration. Number 11, Ben Hutchison, the wide receiver, is back to punt.
He's averaging 39.7 yards per punt, and the wind's in his face just a little bit.
Looks like Sean Luthi deep for Pennridge. He's going to let it hit and field it on one bounce, and he's going to fake to his left and cut back to his right. And he looks like he's going to be dragged down about the 19-yard line, where Pennridge will take over 1st and 10 for their first possession of the ball game.
It's great to see Sean Luthi out there. He's been battling back and ankle issues second half of this season. Chase Klontz has been doing majority of the returns for the Rams, but having him back out there, and we'll see how he gets involved in the offense.
Yeah, Sean's been
today.
He's been a warrior. He's been a tough kid, just like a lot of these Pennridge kids. This is their 15th high school football game of the year. A lot of them are banged up, and they're playing on guts and determination right now.
Yep.
Okay, so Pennridge takes over, and Keating's under center, barking the signals. He turns and he hands to Rowe. Rowe's got a big hole. He breaks a tackle, and he's got a big pickup out across the 32-yard line for a first down. What you see there, Mr. Hagan?
I saw the offensive line blocking down with a pulling guard, Wyatt Moyer, coming around, being the lead blocker for Ryan Rowe, and getting a nice 13-yard carry.
You get a really good view of Moyer coming around and coming down the sideline, opening up that hole with his teammates up front.
I think we're going to see a steady dose of Doherty and Rowe today.
It's not a bad strategy. So the hand is to Doherty. He's barreling ahead. He's fighting
down,
as usual.
maybe?
And
First down.
he is across the first down marker, and he's out to the 44 for a first down. So 2 Pennridge runs for first downs. This offensive line has the running game humming here early. Mr. Tater talked to him yesterday. He can't say enough about these guys up front and the job they have done this football season for the Rams.
You have 3 seniors on that starting line. The guard and tackle on one side. Then you got Ian Gallagher at center.
So Rowe gets the carry off the left side, and he's picking his way for another good gain on first down for 6 yards.
Second down.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent up on that offensive line. You know, Henry Phelan's only a sophomore. Wyatt Moyer, a junior. Those 2 will be back. Kevin Tyberski has been in the lineup. He's a sophomore. He'll be back. And then the seniors, Ian Gallagher, Nolan Warman, and Shane Rowan, have shown these young guys the way and done a super job this year. So Keating under center. He brings Blomgren in motion. He turns. He hands. Rowe with the quick feet. Gets out across the 47.
Yep, we're going to have third down and 2 here.
It's going to bring up third and short. What do you like here, Mr. Hagan?
Well, it's interesting. Sean Luthi just came in, and Will Doherty's coming out. I don't know if we're going to see some kind of wide receiver handoff that we saw prominently in the first half of the season, or if we're just going to put Ryan Rowe in the backfield and let him do his job to get the first down here after the first 2 carries of this first down.
So it's about 3rd and 1, and Keating's in the shotgun. He has a single back. He's going to carry it himself. He barrels ahead, and the big 6'3", 250-pound senior quarterback picks up 4 or 5 for another Pennridge first down. So a pretty methodical drive here to start the game behind this big offensive line.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a size difference between Quakertown's defensive line and the Rams' offensive line, but getting to the linebackers is the key here because that's where their size definitely drops off.
Okay, so Keating brings the team out. They are under center. 2 backs. He fakes to Rowe. He's rolling right. He's throwing deep for Luthi. He has them. They cannot connect. Luthi did get behind the defensive back for Quakertown.
Listen, I think that's a great play on first down. Ran the ball about 6-7 times in a row. Just get things going, and then run just your normal play number 1 waggle that they install on that first day of practice back in August, which seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, considering these guys will probably take a month off here after the season, and then they'll start back up in the weight room in January. This is a big commitment. Okay, Pennridge 2nd and 10. Blomgren in motion. The handoff is to Doherty. He's rumbling. He's stumbling. And Will Doherty has a pickup of about 5. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 6.
That's a great play on 2nd and 10. Cut the sticks in half. You're in 2-down territory right here, going on 3rd and 4th down. Excuse me, just make it happen here.
Okay, so like you said, 2 downs probably to get 5 yards. Let's see what the wily play caller, the veteran Coach Hollenbach, dials up. It's going to be an inside run to Doherty. He's going to have a 1st down. He's going to have more than that. He's being hit by every member of the Quakertown team, and he's still going. And he's down to the 23-yard line, 24-yard line.
He was getting hit by number 65, number 66 as well, as they pushed him down the field just a little bit. So we got a 1st down at the 23-yard line here for the Rams.
Okay, so it's 1st down and 10, about the 23-yard line. And the give is to Rowe. Rowe's outside. He cuts back in, and he's down about the 20-yard line. So a pickup of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
This might be one of the longer drives that the Rams have had in recent weeks, and I can't believe there's only 4.5 to go here in the first quarter. Usually this game feels like it lasts until the Lions game's about over at 4 o'clock. But here we go, moving the ball down. We got trips look to the right side.
And Keating's in the shotgun. He gives to Rowe outside the right side. There's a flag on the play. That's going to come back for a hold. I'm not sure who that was on, but where the flag was thrown, that's going to be a holding call. So it's going to set the Rams back 10 yards.
That's looks like it was number 65, Kevin Tyberski. That's most likely the first holding penalty on a number 65 in his family. There's no doubt about that.
I'll tell you, Kevin better line up early today to get at that Thanksgiving table if you're there, Mr. Hagan. Kevin Tyberski is Mr. Hagan's nephew, and thank goodness he's more athletic and more handsome than Mr. Hagan. So,
yeah, he's definitely a big kid at 6'2", 230 as a sophomore.
Okay, so Keating's under center, brings Blomgren in motion. He gives inside to Doherty. Doherty has a hole. He picks up about 5.
That's an interesting play. I don't know if I've seen that one yet this year. It kind of looked like it was supposed to be a toss to the left to Ryan Rowe, but there was kind of a fake toss, and he hands it off inside and goes back door to Will Doherty. I like that play. Now we got 3rd and 13. So, again, we got 2 plays here. We're not going to kick a field goal at this point.
Doherty checks out, and it looks like 13. Nate Durstein, sophomore, checks in, and Brody Blomgren's lined up wide right also. They bring Sean Luthi in motion. They give to Sean Luthi. He's got some space over there. He gets a block from Ryan Rowe, and he's knocked out of bounds close but short of the 1st down marker.
Yeah, we haven't seen that play since about week 6 when Sean got injured. It's nice to see him back. And he just kind of waited his turn, getting around the corner there. Let the offensive lineman and the wingback set up that front side blocking, and then did a nice job. I thought he got a little bit more yardage than that, but must have gotten knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Sean has some great speed, and it looks like they're bringing on the field goal team here on 4th and 5. Senior Luis Nunez from the 25, so add 25 and 17, Mr. Hagan.
10, just add 10.
Add 10, okay, go ahead.
That's 35. We're in his range.
And that's close.
Good. That's good.
And he sneaks it over to Barr.
Luis Nunez.
10 from the end zone and 7 back. Why wouldn't you add 17?
Well, the ball was spotted at the
That's
25.
why. Good answer to that math question.
Yeah, Mr. Ott was obviously an English teacher before he became a principal. Luis Nunez, I just want to tell this story. Luis has been...
Do not jinx Luis, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to jinx him, but one of the hardest working kids. He saw this opportunity to become the kicker last year, struggled at points, but was out on this field as much as he possibly could all spring, all summer, and he has done a fantastic job this year.
All right, stop by the Perk after the game. Great food and a great atmosphere. The Perk is open 7 days a week. Check out attheperk.com. Our scoring summary is presented by the Perk. Celebrate big plays with great meals at Perky's hometown restaurant. You ever have a meal that you just wanted to eat again and again, kind of like an instant replay? Well, that's what every meal at the Perk is like. And this instant replay is brought to you by the Perk.
All right, the Rams get a kickoff. Again, it looks like Austin Keller doing the kicking today for the kickoffs. Use that wind that's behind him a little bit. Let's put one in the end zone so that the Panthers start at the 20-yard line.
So Keller approaches the ball, hits it pretty good, and that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter, and Pennridge leading 3-0, Quakertown will start their second drive from their 20-yard line.
Let's go in the way, way, way back machine here to talk about a little history from this game after this play. I'll jump in here.
Okay, Martin under center. He has 2 backs lined up behind him. And it's a toss to Rosner. Rosner's out along the left side. He's going to pick up about 3, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 7.
So this game has been played 96 times now that we started this game. All but 1 have been played on Thanksgiving. You know what the reason may have been, Mr. Ott, for a non-Thanksgiving Day game?
Lightning, thunder, or snowstorm?
Snowstorm, 1989, my junior year. We got about 6 inches of snow on Thanksgiving morning. All local games were moved to Saturday.
Okay, brings up a 2nd and 7. Martin in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. He's getting some pressure. He's scrambling. He's out the left side. He has some room. He's run down and taken out of bounds by Ryan Rowe, a little short of the first down. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2. You talk about those weather incidents. You know, former Pennridge principal Dave Lebowski played in this game for Quakertown back in 1985, and he is still crying about the field conditions. And I say, David, you do know both teams played on the same field, right? Yeah. Dave's doing great. It was great to see him last week. So we have a 3rd down, and it's a give up the middle. Ball carriers hit, and I think they're going to give him the first down. It is 22. It is Jackson Connolly, the big fullback. It's nice to have a 6'3", 220-pound fullback. Getting back to Dave. Dave's doing real well. He's running an Allentown Medical Massage. He started his own business. And if you want to find him, he's on that thing called the Google. You can find him. But Dave's doing great. It was great to see him last week. Okay, here we go. Quakertown in the shotgun. They're about 5 yards deep. Looked like there was some motion. It wasn't called. Martin checks down to Rosner. Rosner gets a block. And he picks up about 5 or 6, which will bring up a 2nd and 4.
That was Blake Landher, sophomore, first-team All-League linebacker on that tackle. He's got over 115 tackles in those 15 games that the Rams have played. He's also got 14 tackles for a loss. He's having a great year as a sophomore.
Okay, Quakertown comes out. Martin under center. Turns and he hands to Rosner. Rosner bangs away, and he's just short of the first down, about the 40-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and a short 1-yard for the Panthers.
It's a nice little crowd today, Mr. Ott. We've got a pretty much full on the visitor side. Looks to be full on the home side. Maybe the student section is as large as it was last Friday night, but pretty impressive to have.
Yeah, it's still the first quarter. There's some people still coming in. You can see from the ticket gate. And that ends the first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Pennridge 3 and Quakertown no score.
We're going to hear from our good friend, Mr. Dave Thomas, as we end this first quarter.
And then go to the bump, the 40-second bump. And then I'll do a read after that.
Look at some great pictures from days gone by. On
Joe, you next.
Where's the video go? 40-second bump.
Today's Thanksgiving Day game action is being brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence, quality fencing built to last. St. Luke's, the region's varsity team in sports medicine. The Perk, Good times, good people, great food. Grillo's Cleanout Services. From hot tubs to hoarders, they handle it all. Rams Pint House and Rooftop Lounge brings you the Ram Cam, celebrating the fans, the band, and the heart of the community. Join the fun at Rams Pint House after the game and keep the energy going all day long. A special thanks to all of these sponsors for helping make this broadcast possible. Please support these important businesses in our community. Second quarter action being brought to you today by Grillo's Cleanout Services. From hot tubs to hoarders, they handle it all. Fast, dependable estate cleanouts, property cleanouts, junk removal, and hot tub transport. Call Grillo's at 267-221-1880 for cleanouts, junk removal, and hot tub moves. Speaking of hot tubs, guys, back to you in the booth.
Hey, so on that 3rd and 1, Quakertown handed the ball to Rosner, and he muscled it in there for a first down. So Quakertown continues to move the ball offensively. They have a 1st and 10. And again, they hand to the big fullback. He is a load. He is a big kid. He picks up 6 or 7 off the right side.
Jackson Connolly with the run.
Yeah, I'm surprised. There must have been some good running backs in their conference for Quakertown, because Jackson Conley was only second team all league.
Sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes I think Ryan Rowe should have been the player of the year in our conference. Not sure how he wasn't. So Quakertown gives it to Rosner off the right side. He's got a big gain. He's out across the 45, and that's going to be a first down for Quakertown. He's down to the 43-yard line.
Just want to take a moment to talk about one of the Pennridge coaches of the past. Bob Hosier, coach from 1991 to 1996 here at Pennridge, went 3-3 in Thanksgiving Day games. Bob passed away earlier this fall, and we miss him dearly. He was the track coach here at Pennridge for 49 years after Coach Hellman, and wow, he did a fantastic job.
Martin's going deep, and it is just outside the outstretched arms of Hutchinson, number 11, the 6'4" wide receiver. Mr. Hagan, today's Thanksgiving Classic is proudly presented by Hilltop Farm and Fence as our primary sponsor, your trusted family-owned fencing experts. From vinyl and aluminum to wood and chain link, Hilltop builds fences that stand strong for years. Quality workmanship, honest service. Hilltop Farm and Fence, built to last. You know what they say, Mr. Hagan? Good fences make good neighbors.
That's right.
So Martin brings the Panthers out, 2nd and 10, fakes a toss, and he rolls to his left. Now he's rolling back to his right. He throws. He has a man over there. It's Rosner, and it looks like Michael Ferguson comes up and makes the tackle immediately for the Rams. But I think it's going to be about a 6-yard gain, which will bring up a 3rd and a long 4 for Quakertown. And at this position on the floor, I'm assuming this is 2-down territory?
Yeah, I would imagine so. I really like this Brady Martin kid. He was the first-team all-league quarterback for their conference. Man, he moves around nicely. He runs the ball. He's definitely leading this offense as a senior.
Yeah, I'm really going to like him when he graduates, so we don't have to play him anymore. He's pretty good. Martin throws to his left.
Oh, nice catch.
It was
incomplete.
Ruled incomplete. A great play over there by the Rams. Chase Klontz. He got his top hand in, his left hand in, and I think he might have tipped that ball and broke it up. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 4. And the punt team is staying on the sideline. Quakertown is going for this from their own 37-yard line. So here's our first big pivotal play of the ball game with 9 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second quarter.
Let's see what Coach Beller dials up defensively here. Looks like he's got Landher up on the line of scrimmage, like he might be coming as an extra rush guy. Here come all the linebackers, but that leaves number 12 wide open.
Brady Martin's pass is caught by Emilio Olivares.
So Emilio Olivares with the catch for the first down. So the first big play for Quakertown is Emilio Olivares, but that goes back to Martin's scrambling ability, his athletic ability. He kept that play alive and made a nice play. So here we go. It's 1st and 10. Quakertown on the 31-yard line. And Martin is under center. He turns, he gives. It looks like Jackson Connolly, and he's hit as soon as he gets across the line of scrimmage. It looks like he gets about one, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 with 9 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the second quarter.
The offensive coordinator for Quakertown is a great man. He's a marauder, as I am, from Millersville University. Jeff Wolfinger, who played quarterback in the mid-'80s at Quakertown, and did a great job at Millersville. We called him the All-American PAT extra point holder.
So Martin fakes. He's thrown over the middle. He has a man wide open. It is number 12. Oliveras again. And he is down right at the 10-yard line. He's tackled by number 7, Sean Luthi for the Rams.
Dropped into that zone, ran through that zone, got some space. See what the Rams have dialed up here, because after last week they had a nice goal line stand against North Penn. Yep. Let's see what they can do.
It's 1st and goal. They've dropped the sticks. Quakertown cannot get a first down. They need a touchdown. Martin is scrambling to his right. He's being chased by Blomgren, and he's just going to throw it away. Smart play to live another day on first down.
Brady Martin will just throw the ball away.
Yeah, everybody was covered for Quakertown on that play. The Rams had them locked up pretty well.
It's 2nd down and goal.
Okay, 2nd down. From the 10-yard line, Quakertown has 2 receivers to the right and 2 backs behind Martin. Martin's going to give to his tailback, looks like Rosner, and he's down to about the 6.
Jackson Connolly,
I'm sorry, on the carry.
It's 3rd.
Okay, today's broadcast is supported by St. Luke's University Health Network, the region's varsity team in sports medicine, delivering advanced orthopedic care, walk-in care now services, and no-cost DNA answers, genetic screening to keep our communities healthy, active, and thriving. So Martin in the shotgun, he takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He's got Reisner, and Reisner's going to walk in from 6 yards out, and Quakertown takes a 6-3 lead here with 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in the second quarter.
America's play right there. Just have the outside wide receivers run to the back post and then drop the fullback or the tailback out into the flat.
So number 21, Ben Mogul, a 5'10", 145-pound sophomore, comes in and knocked the point through. Ben was an honorable mention all-league kicker as a sophomore. So he had a big year for Quakertown. And Quakertown jumps out to a 7-3 lead with 7:43 left to play here in the second quarter. And second quarter action is brought to you by Grillo's Cleanout Services. From hot tubs to hoarders, they handle it all. Fast, dependable estate cleanouts, property clearouts, junk removal, and fast tub transport. Call Grillo's at 267-221-1880 for cleanouts, junk removal, and hot tub moves. What do you got for us, Mr. Hagan, in Pennridge Quakertown history?
All right, so the Rams, the winningest coach of all time in this rivalry was Wayne Hellman, who our stadium is named after. From 1955 to 1980, he head coached in 26 games, winning 18 of those. The highest winning percentage goes to our good friend Randy Cuthbert. From 2005 to 2012, he was 7-1. And then another nostalgic name around here, Pennridge, Frank Kristiniak, from 81 to 87, went 6-1 in this rivalry.
Okay, so here's the kick. It's going to be taken on the run by number 23, Michael Ferguson. He makes a couple moves, and he's hit hard, and he's taken down about the 35-yard line by number 31 for Quakertown. That's
Pennridge will start their drive from the 35-yard line.
Number 31 is Luke Picula. All right, the Rams are going to start 1st and 10 at the 35, going towards the concession stand. Into the wind.
They're seeing a flag blow. There is a little wind in their face. Somebody jumped off sides right there. Let's see what the call is. Is it offsides or, yep, the official's signaling an offsides. So right away, Pennridge is going to get 5 yards and have a 1st and 5 to start this drive right from their 40-yard line.
We'll make it 1st and 5.
It's a good start.
Definitely makes it a little bit easier. So Keating's in the shotgun. Snaps the ball, hands it to Rowe. Rowe is hit in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard. So Quakertown gets one of those 5 yards back, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 6.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down.
Looks like Ian Gallagher's coming out of the game with an equipment issue, and Noel Warman heads in on offense. Tyberski slides over to center.
Okay, 2nd and 6. Keating in the shotgun. Brings Luthi in motion. He fakes to Luthi. He's going to keep it himself out off the left side. And
First down.
Big quarterback has a pickup of about 10 yards for a 1st down. He's out about the 48-yard line. I mean, he's made a career out of making that fake and then keeping it and tucking it and run. He's a big kid for a quarterback, 6'3", 215 pounds. He gets him going. He's tough to get down, Mr. Hagan.
Yeah, absolutely. He came in the game with 103 carries for 356 and 11 touchdowns.
So he brings Luthi in motion again. Again, a fake to Luthi. He's looking over the middle.
Brody
He's got
Blomgren.
Brody Blomgren. Brody is fighting and wrestling and showing all kinds of determination. He's getting down to inside the 31-yard line for a big gain and a 1st down for the Rams.
That's a heck of a play. I don't think we've seen that much this year, but I think you threw a little foreshadowing in there. He's a little wrestling. I'm sure he'll be on the mat tomorrow for wrestling practice.
So here we go. 1st and 10. Keating in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. It looks like a screen. He's got Rowe. Rowe is hit, and that's a heck of a play by number 25, Reisner, to tackle Rowe one-on-one. I don't think Rowe was able to get his shoulders turned and squared up, but Reisner made a heck of a play there. And I think that Ryan Rowe is a little bit shaken up here, so we'll take a second.
Time on the field for an injured player.
All right, the best winning percentage for a Quakertown coach was Joe Musso from 1946 to 51. He went 5-0-1.
Hey, Joe always had his teams prepared.
He did. That was that right before you graduated high school or right after? Coach Bannis comes into the game. This is his, I think, his 16th game. He is 6-9. He has the all-time most wins by a Quakertown coach. We're going to go to the replay here.
St. Luke's is proudly sponsoring today's game. St. Luke's is the region's varsity team in sports medicine, providing elite athletic training, advanced orthopedics, on-demand care, now urgent care, and DNA answers genetic screening to help every athlete and family stay strong and ready to play. St. Luke's. So here we go. Keating comes out on a 2nd and 12. Single back, brings Luthi in motion, gives to Luthi. Luthi's out the right side. A heck of a block by 28, Jackson Gregoire. And it's a big pickup for Sean Luthi. He's also, looks like he's hit a little bit late. So let's see.
It looks like we got a flag on a late hit and then an unsportsmanlike out of bounds. The deep back judge on that side threw his hat.
He threw a flag, he threw a hat. Don't throw anything else.
Yeah, if he throws a shoe, we're in trouble.
Okay, so it was a big run by Luthi. He got around the right side.
There is another penalty back at the 29-yard line as well. So this might be offsetting for the first two, but then that 15-yard late hit out of bounds will still get first down for the Rams.
Let's let these officials sort it out.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have. Pennridge, the Perk, have you ever had a meal that you just wanted to eat again and again? I think you and me have, Mr. Hagan. Kind of like an instant replay. Well, that's what every meal at the Perk is like. And this instant replay is brought to you by the Perk. Here's the play. You can see
it's a late hit, and then you don't see it.
I don't think it was much of a hit.
Yeah,
I don't see that.
And then he tripped Luthi as he started to walk back. Here we go.
So the varsity Pennridge team had a big season. The under-12 Green Jackets, led by Aiden Kang, a 7th grader in Pennridge, won a championship in their league this year. So the legacy is continuing for the Pennridge Rams. A lot of winning by the green and white.
Yes, it was a great year for the Green Jackets. It was great to celebrate a number of them throughout the season. We have a personal foul against the Panthers. We have an unsportsmanlike against Pennridge. They offset.
After the play, there are offsetting penalties, a personal foul against Quakertown, and an unsportsmanlike conduct against Pennridge.
So, replay the down, I think.
Easiest way to sort this out is see what the officials say. They're going to spot the ball back, looks like at the original line of scrimmage, right? So I guess it's offsetting, and they're just going to replay the down. So we're going to have a 2nd down and 12. We're going to do it all over again. Now they're having another conference, and the Quakertown coach is giving his input.
Watching from afar out in the Arizona area is Mark Hollenbach, Coach Jeff Hollenbach's brother. He is enjoying the game out there this morning. Mark's one of our 1,000-point scorers in basketball from his time here at Pennridge High School. And you always have to say this when you talk about Mark.
Jeff had told me he does not pass the ball. That's how he got 1,000 points.
I imagine.
Is that correct?
Yeah, it could be true. But Mark got those 1,000 points before the three-point line.
Oh, that's pretty impressive,
yeah,
right?
So I'm going to assume that's, 500 baskets or minus some foul shots there. But, it's a good run by him.
And we also have long-time and retired Pennridge House Principal Nick Schoonover and his crew watching it in upstate New York. Nick was a big fan of Rams football and always supportive of the boys and all they do. How about Mrs. Harrington and the cheerleaders and what they've done this season?
They've had a blast. They have pretty much all new coaching staff except for one, and they are doing a fantastic job. Their numbers have grown greatly, and they are having a great time. And already earned their division championship to go to Florida for their nationals in February.
I mean, what are we doing out here? This is like the Warsaw Summit out here,
I think they took a timeout to baste the turkey.
So the concession stand, I think we may have set a record for most home games in the state of Pennsylvania. And the class of 27, these students gave up their Friday nights, and today they're Thanksgiving. Ayush Patel, Jude Friedman, Elijah Kurzman, Evie Lockhart, Jalen Jones, Nicole Ladd, Claire Radeski, Carolyn Lewis, George Sakokes, Sarah Radeski, Hannah Carr, Bella Troyola, Anna Paliard, Abigail Kelly, Riley Hopkins, Liva Kalinowski, Brandon Boding, Gemma Heenan, Stephanie Montalvo, Mim Foster, Ava Lean, Bryn Lean, and Sawyer Polson under the direction of Mrs. Karen Nace and Miss Rachel Hoffman. So thank you to all those people for volunteering their time. And it looks like they picked the ball up. The Quakertown head coach is at the middle of the field. It looks like there's going to be another conference. Now Pennridge is going backwards. And it looks like a 15-yard penalty.
Then they're going to go back. Then they're going to go back. I think there was 3 penalties on the play.
So there was 2 that are marked off. Let's see. The third
Oh.
looks like it's against Quakertown.
And that's probably, I would have thought that was half the distance. But I guess it was outside the 30, so it takes it in. I have no idea what my eyes just saw. But it looks to be a first down for the Rams.
Well, the stick is indicating a first down, but they haven't moved the chains.
Now they're moving the chains.
Now they're moving the chains. Okay. So it looks like it's going to be a Pennridge ball at the 22-yard line. It'll be a first down with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this ball game, and Quakertown leading 7-3. And this is a golden opportunity for Pennridge to take a lead here late in the second quarter. Keating's going to run himself. He's got lots of room. He's moving his legs. He's knocking people over. He's inside the 5. He picks up a first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Pennridge Rams. Lots of room to run there. Keating was hit about the 10, but he lowered his shoulder and kept his legs moving to pick up that first down.
It has been awesome to watch Noah grow up over the last 4 years. Started, I guess, game 4 of his freshman year. Finished out that season. Did not have a great freshman year, but is now grown up.
Keating's going to run it again.
Touchdown.
He's in. The official on the far side signals touchdown, and Keating is in from 5 yards out. So back-to-back plays, Keating decides to get behind that big offensive line, who open up nice holes on the right side, and Keating's able to punch it in. And Luis Nunez, who we're not going to say anything about until after the game, and we'll explain that after the game, lines up to attempt this point after. The hold is down, and the kick is up and good by Nunez. And Pennridge takes a 10-7 lead with 5:04 left in the game. Are you hungry after the action? Visit the Rams Pint House and Rooftop Lounge, serving up delicious pub-style favorites, cold drinks, and a warm local vibe. Rams Pint House, where good times and great food come together.
I think the Ram is putting a cover on that rooftop bar of theirs.
So they are, and the Ram owner, Joe Wade, is running the offense down at Archbishop Ryan, the last Catholic high school playing the neighborhood public high school in the city of Philadelphia. They're playing today, and hopefully the Raiders are going to come out on top.
Who do they play?
They play George Washington High School, alma mater of that Kevin Hart.
The little guy?
Yeah. Kevin Hart was a basketball player. He didn't make many shots, sort of like you, Mr. Hagan, at George Washington. Okay, Luis Nunez to kick off. It's a short kick. He pops it up, and Connolly calls for a fair or Jackson Connolly calls for a fair catch, and Quakertown will take over about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, with Pennridge leading 10-7 and 5:04 left here in the second quarter. You can see some of the substitutions. Marquand Walker, number 1, a sophomore, checks in, giving Ryan Rowe a break. Let's see if Marquand can make a play here for the Rams, use his speed.
Ryan's got his helmet on, and he's at the 45-yard line on the sideline. So it looks like he's able to come back into this game. Great spill by Tommy Giannetti there, but Reisner has a nice run.
So Reisner out across or right at the 50, picks up a first down for Quakertown, and Rowe comes back in the ball game.
There's a flag on the play.
They're holding the stick, so let's see what the call was. Looks like it's on Pennridge.
Looks like
so it's a 5-yard penalty, 5-yard face mask on Pennridge.
And guys, as they continue to move down the field, I tell you, Pennridge could definitely use some fencing to try to keep Quakertown from moving down the field so easily. Speaking of fencing, today's game presented by Hilltop Farm and Fence, your Bucks County fencing experts. Need a fence like our defense right now? Hilltop Farm and Fence builds aluminum, vinyl, wood, and chain link that lasts. Let's hope the Rams defense can last the rest of this game.
So Martin is in motion. He's rolling out. He's got a big gain off the right side, and he scurries out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
No scamper this week? We got a scurry instead?
Try to mix it up a little, Mr. Hagan.
That thesaurus I got you last year for Christmas is helping you out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, look at that. Nice camera view of our fans here today at Hellman Field. That's the home sidelines. Ram Cam doing their job.
Okay, Martin under center. He turns and he gives to Connolly. Connolly up the middle, and he picks up about 3.
And off to Jackson Connolly. Ian Gallagher made the tackle.
Shane Rowan coming in on defense, give Gary Gorman a little
Senior Ian Gallagher on the tackle. He's been a stalwart on the defensive line all year.
We're going to miss those Gallaghers. We've had them, the two brothers here for about 7 years, and great kids, great wrestlers.
Good
Ian's
people.
a rugby player as well.
Okay, Martin's in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. He's firing. He has a man wide open over the middle. It's Connolly, and he is down to about the 2-yard line. So
That looked too easy. Just straight
it's interesting.
drop back.
Connolly is a talented kid. Like, he's a running back, 6'3", 220, and they line him up wide, sort of like a tight end. And they got him over the middle with a D-back, and he has great size. And Martin just laid it in there. Perfect throw. Hit him in stride, and he's down to the 2. So this is going to bring up a big play here, big series with 3:20 left here in the second quarter. Now Quakertown is bunched up tight. Martin's under center. He's bringing a man in motion, and it's Reisner, and Reisner is in for a touchdown off of the right side for a 2-yard touchdown run. And Quakertown regains the lead at 13-10. And it'll bring Ben Mogul back on to attempt the point after. Snaps a little high. Great job by the holder getting it down, and Mogul has the ball right through the uprights. And Quakertown goes up 14-10 with 3:09 left here in the second quarter.
Look at some great pictures here from years gone by.
District publications, venue signage, print and website advertising, and on-site marketing. To get your company involved, go to marketstreetsportsgroup.com for more information.
Zach Hockman,
Market Street Sports
little
Group.
Judy
Zach's
Starosa.
55, Juden's 9, right?
It's Coach Hollenbach. All right, let's see if the Rams can do a little offense here with 3 minutes to go. See what we can do. Let's get a good return first off.
Sure, this is a perfect opportunity for Pennridge to score here in the last 3 minutes and then turn around and get the opening kickoff and maybe take control of this game. So Quakertown's going to try to keep him out of the end zone here in this last 3 minutes and 9 seconds. So we got Luthi and Ferguson back deep. Let's see if they kick it to him. They kick it a little short, and Luthi's going to take it about the 12, and he's going to run to his right. He's going to try to use his speed. He outruns one man, then's taken down short of the 20 at about the 18 or 19.
By Sean Luthi, brought down by Brady Martin at the 19-yard line. That's where Pennridge will begin their drive.
All right, 3-minute drive, as you said. Try to finish up with some points here before the half. We can go with the old Tom Brady score two series in a row after the half, before and after the half. So nice little camera view from down low.
Okay, so now we're seeing Trevor Picciotti, number 33 in the game, I think for the first time. He's lined up in the backfield with Keating Keating brings Blomgren in motion, and it's a shovel pass to Pachotti. He's hit immediately, but he's able to churn and pick up about 3. And it maybe 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 8.
Trevor's got 65 carries for 247 yards on the year, 3 touchdowns. I was wrong last week. He had 2 going in last week's game. He's also got 5 catches, now 6, for about 30 yards.
Yeah, Trevor's a talented sophomore who has a bright future at Pennridge. Okay, so we have a fake to Stapakis and a throw over the middle to Blomgren, and he eludes a tackler and gets out about 2 yards short, and it's going to bring up a big 3rd and 2, and we are coming up on the 2-minute mark with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. This might not be a bad time for a Keating run, Mr. Hagan.
Yeah, I can see him squeaking through here and maybe taking one.
Okay, so Keating is in the backfield. He's calling the signals, and it is a Keating run. He's going to go outside. He stiff arms one, and he's working to get out of bounds so he can stop the clock. And he picks up the first down and picked up about 8 yards on that carry. It looks like Pennridge will have the ball now with about 1:49, and the clock is still stopped.
Goes over and says, "Hey, Grandpa, what do you want next?"
I think this would be a good opportunity to throw the ball. Grandpapa was a quarterback at Pennridge, a quarterback at Illinois, and he also had a cup of coffee in the NFL with the Pittsburgh Steelers with Terry Bradshaw.
Yes, he did. And then Noah's uncle, Jeff's son.
Keating is going to throw. He has Luthi, and Luthi scampers out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:45. Luthi has great speed. He's a heck of a lacrosse player also.
Yes, he is, and a junior. He'll be back next year.
So Pennridge does have a nice slew of talent in the underclass. We are going to miss these seniors, but I don't think the cupboard's bare for next year. There's a lot of talent coming back.
Yep. Breaking in a new quarterback after 4 years is probably going to be the hardest part of the offense, but defensively with a number of them coming back, they're going to be just fine.
Okay, 2nd and 3, and we bring Stapakis in motion. He's wide open, and the throw is to him, and he's hit immediately.
Did he get the first down?
Yeah, I think he did. They're giving him the first down because they're stopping the clock. Now Pennridge probably has to get up on the ball, though. They have 3 timeouts left. They are starting. They've spotted the ball. They did start the clock.
Yep.
They are not in hurry-up mode just yet. They are huddling up and walking up to the line with 1:25 left in the second quarter. Keating in shotgun.
Coach Bannett's not happy on the other side that was a first down.
So Luthi in motion. Keating looking to throw. He's scrambling right. I think he's going to throw it away. And he throws it out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:12 left here in the second quarter. And Quakertown leading 14-10.
Halftime, we'll have the Quakertown band on the field, and hopefully be able to get out and visit some of our great alumni that are here today.
So we have 4 wide receiver set, a single back with Keating. Luthi in motion. Keating's looking to throw. He's being brought down by number 84?
No, 24.
24? Number 24, Marcus Baxter, a 6'2", 200-pound sophomore, and a sack. And the clock continues to run as it is 3rd and long.
I think Pennridge is thinking here, all right, we've got 40-something seconds. Let's just get out of this half without any problems.
Look for a draw, a screen, or a run here to get out of the half.
Just can't afford a ball to be tipped or intercepted in some way.
Quakertown's not using their timeouts, and either is Pennridge. Keating barks out the signals. He gives the ball to Rowe, who's hit immediately in the backfield by number 65 for Quakertown. Chase Tukolsky on the tackle. and neither team is calling their timeouts. So this clock is going to expire, and we are going to go to the half of the 96th annual Pennridge versus Quakertown Thanksgiving Day Classic, with Quakertown, the visitor, leading 14-10.
All right, we'll be back with second half action.
Today's Thanksgiving Day game action is being brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence, quality fencing built to last. St. Luke's, the region's varsity team in sports medicine. The Perk, good times, good people, great food. Grillo's cleanout services, from hot tubs to hoarders, they handle it all. Rams Pint House and Rooftop Lounge brings you the Ram Cam, celebrating the fans, the band, and the heart of the community. Join the fun at Rams Pint House after the game and keep the energy going all day long. A special thanks to all of these sponsors for helping make this broadcast possible. Please support these important businesses in our community. Welcome to the 96th annual Pennridge Quakertown Thanksgiving Classic, presented by Hilltop Farm and Fence, your trusted family-owned fencing specialist serving Bucks and Montgomery counties. Whether you need aluminum, vinyl, wood, PVC, or chain link, Hilltop builds quality fences that protect what matters most. Free estimates, fast service, and a 5-year workmanship guarantee. The 96th Thanksgiving Classic is brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence, the family-owned fencing experts serving Bucks and Montgomery counties. From residential privacy fences to farm and commercial fencing, Hilltop delivers exceptional workmanship, backed by a 5-year warranty. Looking for aluminum, vinyl, PVC, wood, or chain link? Hilltop does it all, professionally, efficiently, and built to last. Protect your property. Call Hilltop Farm and Fence today. Today's broadcast is also made possible by St. Luke's University Health Network, the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. St. Luke's provides the most advanced injury prevention, athletic training, performance, physical therapy, chiropractic care, nutrition, and sports psychology in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Serving over 60 schools and nearly 40,000 student athletes, St. Luke's helps every athlete perform at their best. With St. Luke's Sports Medicine, it's game on. Today's game is also brought to you in part by The Perk, everyone's favorite place in the Pennridge region. Enjoy award-winning burgers, pasta, steak, seafood, and generous portions in a warm, historic setting. When you walk inside The Perk, you know you're home. Open 7 days a week and home to Pennridge student athletes, win or lose after the big game. Visit attheperk.com to see the full menu and gift cards. The Perk, good times, good people, great food. And Grillo's Cleanout Services handles estate cleanouts, rental turnovers, junk removal, and expert hot tub transportation. Customers praise their honesty, great communication, and ability to handle even the toughest jobs. Today's game is brought to you in part by Grillo's Cleanout Services, so give them a call, 267-221-1880. Welcome back to action here. A little bit of a scoring summary, some replays from the first half. First scoring came from Pennridge on this field goal attempt. It was a low snap, but they recovered it, and Pennridge was able to go up 3-0 after that. It didn't take long, though, for Quakertown to come right back and get their first touchdown of the morning on this pass. And then they just kept moving down the field after that. It's defense really is not stepping up the way that a lot of people expected that a 12-win team would have. And then Quakertown going to the air. A lot of people pregame expecting a lot of running. Pennridge not able to catch up with a lot of these short intermediate passes that Quakertown had. And then that one wide open to the right-hand side. And Pennridge then went down 7-3 with that pass. Pennridge came right back downfield and showed why they were the number 1 seed in District 1 playoffs this year, running very, very hard down the field with a lot of those hungry runs there. Ryan Rowe going out on a injury did seem to set the team back a little bit, but this end around was a beautiful play. And then the penalties after that shut down action for about 10 minutes until Pennridge decided that they were going to do what they do best, and that's run with Noah Keating right up the middle, taking about 3 different tacklers with him, and then eventually into the end zone again behind the legs and the size of Mr. Noah Keating. Division I going to Marist. It was touchdown Rams. So Rams went up 10-7 after that, but then minutes later, Quakertown took it right back down the field, again through the air, something that a lot of people didn't expect them to be doing, and they switched some personnel around and went to the air and then got into the end zone rather easily, and that made the score 14-10, which is where we are right now at halftime. And that scoring update brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence. As our primary sponsor today, we are so thankful for the folks over at Hilltop Farm and Fence. They're serving Bucks and Montgomery counties with top quality residential farm and commercial fencing. They have free estimates, fast turnaround, and a 5-year workmanship warranty. Hilltop Farm and Fence. Protect what matters most. That's our primary sponsor today. You're going to hear their name a lot. Wonderful people. They were able to give us a lot of great pictures of what they do for folks for your property. No matter what you want, they do some great gates, some really fancy stuff, some specialized stuff, just about everything else you want. Taking a great look right now at the Quakertown Band. The Marching Panthers out there on the field for us today with their annual show. And throughout halftime, we'll be talking a little bit about some of the culture and some of the different traditions here and what we look for on Thanksgiving Day. A 96th version of this game, 96 years of anything, is quite a significant feat. But when you look into the stands, and hopefully we can get some camera action into the stands here, you'll see just what an incredible atmosphere this is. You see, when you look through the stands, you see a lot of varsity jackets. And these are former players who still wear those varsity jackets, and they break them out. You see them at a couple of different home games throughout the year, but on this one in particular, you see it quite a bit. And as you go through the stands, you'll see those varsity jackets. You'll see our students. You'll see our staff. You'll see tons of fans that just fill these things. This is a very necessary part of Thanksgiving morning, the Thanksgiving tradition. And we rotate every year, and we're happy to bring you this game live on YouTube this morning so you can enjoy it from the comfort of your home. And you can also share that link with Pennridge fans and alumni who might be out there who can't get back to the Pennridge regional area. But we are here to broadcast live. At last check, we're somewhere into the 4,000, 5,000 range here at the stadium, and thousands online joining the action. And happy to bring that to you. We're going to bring Mr. Ott back in here to talk a little bit about why this tradition is so special and talk a little bit about all the years that he's been around there. We'll go to some highlights and we put together a montage of some of the other years that we were able to find pictures and videos. And Mr. Ott, just explain for people who don't know why this is such a special event for Pennridge and Quakertown.
So I think it's, excuse me, just a big neighborhood game. These guys grow up competing against each other in all sports, really, and then they get a chance on Thanksgiving Day where a lot of these games are going away and dying, and Pennridge and Quakertown are still playing. We're in our 96th year. I think the Northampton and the Catasauqua game is in their 100th year, and they're talking about ending it. And I don't see that happening anytime soon with Pennridge and Quakertown. The communities come out. As you can see, the stands are packed. As I mentioned, I think at the start of the broadcast, at 9 o'clock this morning, people were here lined up all ready to go for both sides. And, you get the bands involved, you get the cheerleaders involved, and it's a great opportunity to catch up with some classmates and some friends that you haven't seen and join them on Thanksgiving morning before you head home to have some dinner with your family. So just a great tradition, and I'm really happy that I get to be a part of it. This is my 24th year. I know there's people that have been around way longer than me. Coach Hollenbach tells some great stories about the 70s and him in a pep rally. If you remember, he told the Quakertown kids that if Quakertown won, he would have them all over their house, and he totally forgot about it. And then that night they showed up at his house. So some great tradition, some great players that played in this game. For Pennridge, you talk about, you go back to the start of my time, Ryan Greiser, who went on to Liberty University. He was in some NFL camps. And you got Phil Picciotti, who wound up going to IMG, got a great opportunity his senior year to go to IMG. And then he wound up going to Oklahoma, and Phil's at Central Florida now. You have Shane Hartzell, who is a stud linebacker at Villanova. He's on some NFL draft boards, and Villanova, I think, is in the playoffs at home this Saturday. If you want to go see Shane play, that would be a great opportunity. So just some great players. And did I say Nick Tarburton, who was a multi-year starter at Penn State and a heck of a player? The whole Tarburton family, they had 3 boys play here, and they were all great players. Just great tradition playing in this game on Thanksgiving Day, and it's a lot of fun to be part of it.
Well, what's interesting was a couple of weeks ago when we were all talking about going deep into the District 1 playoffs, and we would have had that situation where if we would have beat North Penn, we would be playing today, and then we'd be playing Saturday against LaSalle. And it was interesting because other schools where I've been and other schools where I've talked to officials, it would be where, Thanksgiving Day gets canceled and we just focus on the state playoffs. It was the opposite here.
So back in 2012, we had a team that won the conference championship. A lot of those guys were at the game Friday night. We saw them down in the end zone, and they had a stud linebacker, Kenny Crawford, who got hurt. We played on Thanksgiving Day. We beat Quakertown that game, and then we turned around on Saturday and played Springford, and I think it was a quarterfinal game, and it was a close game at the half, and then Kenny got hurt at the half, and Springford had a back that went to Penn State, and he wound up getting loose a couple times in the second half, and they were able to knock us off. But I still think we would have won that game if Kenny stayed in the game. There was no doubt that we were playing that game. We played our starters on Thursday and turned around, and we were playing our starters again on Saturday. So there's no doubt the kids want to play this game. It is a tough challenge. This team is in their 15th game, and they had a war on Friday night, right. And they have to bounce back with less than a full week of preparation. And the Quakertown kids, credit to them, they've been around for 5 weeks with no games, and they're practicing and they're working hard and they're preparing and they're watching film and lifting weights and running, and they're getting ready. They want to win this game in the worst way.
Yeah.
So, it's a great situation for both schools and both teams.
Well, I was talking to Coach Beller this week, too, and he said the same thing. He goes, it's like a mass unit. You have kids who are no one's fully healthy. You have kids who are just coming off of injuries, or you have players with, a ding in a shoulder or a knee or a back, and Scott was talking about that a little earlier. But you have quite a list of banged-up players that just through attrition and just they're going through that many battles are going to have those injuries because, when you talk about it, you're talking about 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, and, they get banged up. So today, what you're seeing so far, we're seeing probably different than what a lot of people expected the outcome so far. You see right now.
Brian Coons, he's our wrestling coach.
Absolutely, yeah. Coach Coons is there, too. He was another one of him in that group from the 90s. What are you seeing today out here? What do you expect in the second half? What kind of adjustments do you think Coach Beller and the staff is going to make?
So I think the Quakertown offensive line has done a nice job of enabling the run. They're going to turn around. They're going to hand the ball to Reisner. They're going to hand the ball to Connolly. But then Martin starts making plays back there. He's a heck of a quarterback. He's athletic. He's got a big, strong arm. He has good vision. He makes good decisions. He gets rid of the ball. So I think they're going to have to stop them in the run game, so make it more predictable so we know they're going to throw the ball. So we can check up with their receivers and get a rush in the second half. So I think Coach Beller usually saves a couple. He usually saves a couple blitzes that he doesn't show in the first half, and I think he's going to unveil some of them in the second half. And right now, I'm going to put Mr. Hagan on the headset and let him give his prediction of what he's going to see in the second half.
Sounds great. We'll have Mr. Hagan joining us. Yeah, I definitely think in the second half we're going to have to see. There's only 2 quarters left in this entire season for both teams, and I think this is where you let it all out on the table, right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. I think overall we're playing our offense and playing our defense. They've hit a couple bigger plays than we have, but I think we're going to wear them down.
Right. Like we've done all season
Yeah.
long. You know, I think Ryan Rowe being healthy in the second half will be key, obviously, but I think Will Doherty, as he has many times when Ryan has gone down, you see what he will do, and he will just start carrying people with him. I expect to see some of that as well.
Yeah, we kind of got away from that, in the second quarter there. Noah picking up some key runs was helpful, but we got to, spread it around.
I'm sure Kyle's in that locker room right now telling them that they have 2 quarters left to everything that they've been working this hard for, especially those seniors.
Right. The magic number's 13.
Yep.
They want to get to this 13th win, be the best team in school history. They're going to fight for it in the second half.
When you talk about coaches giving that halftime speech, Kyle would probably not be classified as the guy who's going to give the big rallying speech for every time that we've heard him. How would you explain that to our audience of what he's saying in there?
Well, he comes at it from the perspective of back to basics, right? Do the little things and we're going to be okay. He still was doing individual periods in practice. It wasn't just whole team practices. They were working on tackling. They were working on mesh points and those kinds of things for the last couple of weeks. So it just comes down to being the better football team.
When you were athletic director when Kyle got hired, and just would like to reflect on this a little bit to the fact of what you've seen over these last 3 years of the program being built. And you say back to basics, and we've all seen the weight room dedication. We've seen those TikTok videos and those other Instagram videos when they have the guys with the chains around their neck and they're doing the squats, sitting there on the rack, and everybody's building up around them. What kind of culture has Kyle built here at Pennridge?
So, we interviewed Kyle in 2021 when Coach Mueller left, and we were very impressed with him, and then had the opportunity the year later to do it again. And what we heard from Kyle was about building a program, and we knew it would take some time, learning a whole new system as the players were doing, finding the right coaches to join him along the way. He's not from Bucks County, so he was pulling in guys from the Lehigh Valley that he knew, but then has done a really good job of finding guys in our community to help the program. They are trending, right? So they took their lumps the last couple of years, and I know he has built the mantra of we need to get the trophy back today,
right?
And that's his focus.
Yeah, it's been an interesting set of years here with the losses, and because I know historically, isn't it? It's way out of balance. Pennridge has a major advantage to those wins versus losses, and so it is time to bring that thing back. And then just another question: when you bring in a guy like Jeff Hollenbach as your offensive coordinator, and this season it was interesting to watch week to week how cool Hollenbach is. He gets out there. He's seen everything for generations. He gets out there. There's not a defense he hasn't faced. There's not a formation he hasn't seen. And so adjustments by 2 incredible head coaches that can really coach up their units separately. What does that add to the impact of the overall team?
Well, first off, it solidified the offensive side of the ball. Kyle didn't have to worry about that. He focuses on his defense, and that's what he worries about, and then the general management of the program. Jeff Hollenbach has been around the game for his whole life, all pretty much at Pennridge, and has done a fantastic job this year, as we have shown with a 12-2 record.
Yeah, and we'll be back with action here in the second half shortly. We're going to thank our sponsors again and just go through all of our incredible sponsors. We can't thank them enough by helping to sponsor tonight's broadcast, today's broadcast of this historic 96th annual game. And we're going to show you who to thank here. Make sure you stop by their businesses, give them a call, send them an email, go on their websites. And if it's not too much trouble, tell them you saw them here on the broadcast so they know what that broadcast means to their business. Welcome to the 96th Annual Pennridge Quakertown Thanksgiving Classic, presented by Hilltop Farm and Fence, your trusted family-owned fencing specialist serving Bucks and Montgomery counties. Whether you need aluminum, vinyl, wood, PVC, or chain link, Hilltop builds quality fences that protect what matters most. Free estimates, fast service, and a 5-year workmanship guarantee. The 96th Thanksgiving Classic is brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence, the family-owned fencing experts serving Bucks and Montgomery counties. From residential privacy fences to farm and commercial fencing, Hilltop delivers exceptional workmanship, backed by a 5-year warranty. Looking for aluminum, vinyl, PVC, wood, or chain link? Hilltop does it all, professionally, efficiently, and built to last. Protect your property. Call Hilltop Farm and Fence today. Today's broadcast is also made possible by St. Luke's University Health Network, the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. St. Luke's provides the most advanced injury prevention, athletic training, performance, physical therapy, chiropractic care, nutrition, and sports psychology in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Serving over 60 schools and nearly 40,000 student athletes, St. Luke's helps every athlete perform at their best. With St. Luke's Sports Medicine, it's game on. Today's game is also brought to you in part by The Perk, everyone's favorite place in the Pennridge region. Enjoy award-winning burgers, pasta, steak, seafood, and generous portions in a warm, historic setting. When you walk inside The Perk, you know you're home. Open 7 days a week and home to Pennridge student athletes, win or lose after the big game. Visit attheperk.com to see the full menu and gift cards. The Perk, good times, good people, great food. And Grillo's Cleanout Services handles estate cleanouts, rental turnovers, junk removal, and expert hot tub transportation. Customers praise their honesty, great communication, and ability to handle even the toughest jobs. Today's game is brought to you in part by Grillo's Cleanout Services, so give them a call, 267-221-1880.
All right, welcome back. We're getting ready for the second half kickoff here at Hellman Field. Scoring started out with a 35-yard field goal by Luis Nunez, Pennridge, and Quakertown came back and scored a touchdown on a 6-yard TD pass by Brady Martin. The Rams went down and scored on a touchdown by Noah Keating to get it to be 10-7, and then just about 3 minutes before the end of the half, the Panthers took the lead with 14-10 after a long pass play down to the 2-yard line. So keys to the second half are the Rams need to establish the run again, not play behind the sticks, continue not to make any major penalties, and limit the turnovers. And the same will be 100% true for Quakertown to find out who will be the 96th edition champion.
All right, Ben Mogul to kick off for Quakertown. And the kick is going to be fielded about the 20 by Michael Ferguson, and he's running to his left. He shakes a tackle, then he's hit immediately and dropped at about the 19-yard line, where Pennridge will take over and start the third quarter, 1st and 10. And let's see what they talked about in the locker room at halftime and how they want to approach the start here in the second half.
We're going to start out by presenting St. Luke's DNA Answers in the second half. No-cost genetic screening for your long-term health. St. Luke's Orthopedics keeps you strong, active, and moving.
Okay, so Keating starts the second half in the shotgun. Rowe is out there. Keating takes the snap. He hands to Rowe. Rowe's going to be hit immediately.
Oof.
He's going to lose 5 yards.
Yeah, if that's if they can incorporate the zone read into that a little bit, Noah Keating will be able to pull that. He might have scored on that backside if he would have kept that. We're going to have to keep an eye on things. Rose coming off the field, looking a little slow coming off.
And Picciotti, number 33, the sophomore, checks in to replace Rowe. And Pennridge is going to have a 2nd and 15 as they break the huddle here early in the third quarter. And Keating's under center. He's calling the signals. He hands to Doherty. Doherty's got a big hole. And Doherty gets about 10 or 11 on that carry off the right side. What do you see, Mr. Hagan?
I saw some great up-front blocking there and hitting the backside on that quick trap on the backside. Got him down to 3rd and 4.
Okay, so it's 3rd and a long 4. And let's see what they dial up. Keating's under center. And he has split backs behind him. Brings Blomgren in motion. And the give again is to Doherty. And Doherty's rumbling. He's stumbling. He's banging out across the 40. And that's good for a first down for Will Doherty.
Similar to how the first quarter started with the Rams on offense. 2 nice Will Doherty runs.
No sign of Rowe.
No. He's back up. He was on the bench for a short amount of time with the athletic trainer, Mr. Brian Allberger.
Okay, so Keating's under center. He turns and he hands to Picciotti. Picciotti cuts it back inside. And Picciotti has a nice gain on first down for about 5.
It was a nice run. He was low pad level, made that corner turn inside, and got upfield for 4.
Yeah, Trevor has good vision. He has good feet. Like I said, I think early in the first half, he's going to have a nice future here at Pennridge with his vision, his feet, and his running ability. He also does a nice job catching the ball out of the backfield.
He does. That one against, I think it was Downingtown East, was pretty impressive.
So now they fake the Picciotti, and Keating's running. He's throwing. It's complete. It looks like Will Doherty.
Yep.
And he's got a Pennridge first down.
Will came into the game with 13 catches for 131 yards, 2 touchdowns, keeping that 10-yard average up pretty well there.
So Pennridge will have a first down at about the 48-yard line in Quakertown's half of the field. We're coming up on 9 minutes here in this third quarter. And Keating brings the Rams out under center. He snaps the ball. He gives to Doherty. Doherty again barreling through the middle, banging off bodies, and picking up about 4.
With the run, who's brought down by Emilio Olivares.
Yep. Doherty gets 4 on that one. Moving the ball nicely.
Okay, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Rams. Coming up on 8 minutes and 20 seconds left. Keating brings Blomgren in motion, and it's a toss to the left, and it's Picciotti. He breaks a tackle. He gets a couple blocks over there. A nice block by Blomgren.
Just shy, it looks like. It's going to be 3rd and less than 1.
41-yard line.
So we have 3rd and 1. Do you have a down to play with? Do you have a shot here to take a shot, or are you going to get the first
No,
down?
I'm going to get the first down.
Okay.
Just keep running it down the.
So
Down.
Doherty's coming off. All right, so let's see what we have. So Doherty's coming off. I'm going to predict this is a Keating run.
I would imagine that is true.
So Keating's in the shotgun, and Quakertown brought a linebacker. They're expecting the same thing.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to have a first
First
down.
down.
Yep. Not by much. He probably got it by about a ball length. So Pennridge picks up another first down here on this initial drive in the third quarter.
All right. Just turning the clock up a little bit. Staying in front of the sticks. Blomgren's on that near wing.
So to give us to Picciotti. Picciotti cuts back. Picciotti looks like he started out going across the left outside and cut it back inside, used his vision to pick up 7 on first down.
Bakula hit him pretty good as he was starting to go down.
He's all right. He'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably been hit harder than that in his living room by his brother. Okay, so we have a 2nd and 3. And Blomgren's in motion. And the give is to Picciotti off the right side.
First down.
I think Picciotti is going to have a first down. The officials are stopping the clock to move the chains, so it is a Pennridge first down.
It's a nice little scissors type play to the backside. I like that motion going behind by Blomgren, drawing the defense a little bit to the near side and then going out the backside door.
Okay, so we're coming up on 6 minutes here in the third quarter. Pennridge trailing 14-10. Keating under center. And Blomgren in motion again. Keating rolling to his right. He has a man. It's Doherty. It's complete. And he picks up about 4 or 5. Kyle Reisner on the tackle over there for Quakertown.
Mr. Gumbar over there on that second chain got a little gun shine, dropped that thing and ran pretty quickly.
That's a smart move. Drop those sticks and get out so nobody gets hurt, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have a 2nd and 5 for the Rams. Keating in the shotgun. Give is to Picciotti. He's hit immediately. He looks like he may have lost about a yard. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 6. So what are you looking for here, Mr. Hagan? 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I think you're probably a little bit out of field goal range, so you got 2 downs here. I would say a Noah Keating run is going to be at least one of those plays.
So let's see who's in the game. Chase Klontz is in at the receiver, and Picciotti and Doherty in the backfield with Blomgren. And it is a Keating run, and he spins out, and he's got a big gain. I don't know if he was down. Yeah, he still has the ball.
Yeah.
But Keating picks up another Pennridge first down. And Pennridge has the ball now at the 21-yard line on this methodical drive here to start the second half. Let's see if they can capitalize and punch it in. So ball's marked on the 22. And Klontz is the single receiver down to our left. Blomgren's up top at the right, and the give is the Doherty in the middle. He's hitting people. He's bumping off people. I mean, he looks like Wreck-It Ralph. He's just running into people, bouncing off people. He's like a pinball out there, like the old pinball machine. Doherty is all-day tough. He is a tough kid. Tommy Giannetti is all-day tough on defense, and Doherty all-day tough on offense, just banging people around.
You say he's a pinball wizard?
Who?
Yeah, I get that.
All right, 2nd and 1 from about the 8. And Keating's under center. Keating gives the Doherty again. He's hit immediately, but he falls forward, and I think he's going to have the first down
again with the carry.
Looks like about the 6, so it'll be first and goal for the Rams from the 7, actually.
Pennridge, first down.
So first and goal from the 7, and we have a tight end Blake Lander, number 42, checks into the game.
This is now a 9-minute drive.
28 Jackson Gregoire is in at tight end also, part of this offensive line group. And again, it's given to Picciotti, and Piccioti's hit, and he's plowing forward. He's down to the 3. So a 4-yard pickup for Trevor Picciotti down to the 3-yard line. It'll be second and goal from the 3.
Bertie Blumgren coming over to give his 2 cents to Coach Hollenbach as he prepares for his play call.
All the running Brody does, he's got to be tired at the end of this game. He's running all over the place. He's in motion almost every play. He's running to the sidelines. He's running playing linebacker.
I'm tired just watching him.
Yeah. All right, so Keating's in the shotgun now. And to give is Picciotti. Piccioti's picking his way.
First touchdown.
Yeah, Picciotti was hit at the 1, but he just bounced off that kid and kept his feet churning and drove into the end zone. A 3-yard touchdown run for sophomore Trevor Picciotti to put the Rams up 16-14. And Luis Nunez is going to come on and try to tackle on the extra point.
Great run by Picciotti. Great blocking. And then
so Nunez puts the cherry on top, and Pennridge goes up 17-14. That was a methodical drive where Pennridge just got behind their offensive line, gave it to their 2 bruising running backs in Picciotti and Doherty. A lot of good blocking by the tight ends, Gregoire and Landher, and Blomgren. They kicked him in motion, and they ran behind him and got a lot of good blocks from him also. So the guys up front and doing the job and putting Pennridge back on top. Now they're going to need a stop.
Yep, let's see. We saw what the offensive changes were coming out of the press box. Now the press box. We're in the press box. Yeah, the locker room. And now we're going to get to see what the defense did to try to stop Quakertown.
It would be interesting to see how they fit in here. That'd be tight.
Yeah.
So number 48, Austin Keller, a junior, will kick off. And Brady Martin is back. I find that really interesting that their quarterback is back.
Swiss Army knife. He can do everything out there.
And number 19 is back also, Stephen Friel, a 6-foot, 165-pound sophomore. And it looks like it's going to be Martin at the 2. And Martin brings the ball straight out. There's a flag down, so this is coming back. You know that's going to be some kind of infraction on Quakertown, maybe a block in the back or a hold. So that's going to come back from wherever they spot it. Initial indication is a hold on Quakertown. So that'll bring them back from the 24.
Penalty is holding against Quakertown.
The official spots the ball at the 14-yard line where Quakertown will take over. First and 10 with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter of this 96th annual rivalry. And the give right away is up the middle to Jackson Connolly, the 6'3", 220-pound senior. And he picks up about 2.
Down in front of the stands, we got Paul Kohler, a living legend of Pennridge, with his megaphone getting the "We Are Pennridge" chant going.
Paul's been doing that for a long time.
He has.
He's also a softball coach one time. Was pretty active in a wrestling program. Paul's a Pennridge diehard through and through.
Yes, he is.
So Martin gets a quick toss out to the left to James Wareheim, complete for a couple, and it's going to bring up a third, and it looks like 6 for Quakertown. And it looks like they are on their own 19. So 3rd and 6 from the 19 for Quakertown. Martin's in the shotgun, and he's looking, he's throwing. It's tipped and it's complete to number 11, Ben Hutchison. I think he may have fumbled the ball. The Pennridge kids are saying
no.
yes, but the official is ruling him down. That was a heck of a catch by Hutchison. The ball was tipped. It was behind him, and he showed some pretty good hands there reaching behind him to make the catch. So Quakertown with a first down out across the 30. Big play for them. The hook up there between Martin and Hutchison.
There we go. 1st and 10. Coming under a minute here in the 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
So Martin's going to keep it himself. He's going to run out the left side, and he's hit, and he keeps driving his feet, and he picks up a few. And he picks up about 2, and that might be the last play.
Woo! That was a quick
the third quarter.
Holy cow.
So we're down inside 10 seconds now, and yeah, Quakertown's just going to go to the sideline. And we're going to end the third quarter with Pennridge up 17-14 here in the 96th annual Thanksgiving Day Classic.
All right, so up on your screen you're going to see a picture, and this is a pretty amazing thing. Joe Martin, class of 1991 from Quakertown, one of the football coaches over there, used to work in our building here at Pennridge, posted this picture the other day. Number 30 is Ken Martin, who was a tight end, would have been the class of 1945, but shipped out a little bit early before graduation and headed to Japan during World War II. His son, number 36, Gary Martin, was a fullback in the class of 1969. Joe, as I said, in 1991, tight end. And then Joe's son, Abe, is in the class of 2028 for Quakertown. So an amazing, amazing thing in this game. We've got 4 generations that have been touched in the Quakertown-Pennridge rivalry.
I mean, Joe Martin did a great job while he was here at Pennridge. He was totally impactful on so many students.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Awesome perspective, great history, guys. Fourth quarter action being brought to you today, and our entire broadcast being brought to you today by our primary sponsor, Hilltop Farm and Fence, serving Bucks and Montgomery counties with top quality residential farm and commercial fencing. Free estimates, fast turnaround, and a 5-year workmanship warranty. Hilltop Farm and Fence. Protect what matters most. And let's take a quick look at some of our other sponsors today.
Brady Martin's pass complete there.
Today's Thanksgiving Day game action is being brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence, quality fencing built to last. St. Luke's, the region's varsity team in sports medicine. The Perk, good times, good people, great food. Grillo's cleanout services, from hot tubs to hoarders, they handle it all. Rams Pint House and Rooftop Lounge brings you the Ram Cam, celebrating the fans, the band, and the heart of the community. Join the fun at Rams Pint House after the game and keep the energy going all day long. A special thanks to all of these sponsors for helping make this broadcast possible. Please support these important businesses in our community.
We're away so we could pay some bills there. Martin made a nice throw over the middle, complete, and then a toss to Rosner, and has the Panthers on the move. They're 2nd and 7 right now, and Martin's looking to throw. He's scrambling out the left side, and he kind of throws the ball low and away, and it's out of bounds, and it's incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for Quakertown now. Martin has a lot of time to throw, Mr. Hagan.
Yeah, there was minimal rush there. I think that the Rams are realizing that Quakertown's getting into our zone, so we're dropping more guys back instead of bringing a ton of pressure. There's no spy on Martin as well, so he is going to have that time back there. But we'll see. It's 3rd down and 7.
So Martin's in the shotgun, and he's rolling right. And it looks like they're in a man coverage now. And he throws complete to Connolly, and he looks like he's going to be about a yard short. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 1 for Quakertown.
Yeah, he did the right thing. He had to come back a little bit to catch that ball. But it's going to be, 4th down, Mr. Ott. 4th and 1.
Yep.
Let's see what we have in store, right?
Bring some big people into the game.
Yeah.
Isaiah Brown, number 77, number 50, Gary Gorman. and number 67, Shane Rowan, in. And everybody's bunched up, and everybody knows what's going to happen here. It's going to be a run up the middle. Connolly is hit, and it looks like he has the first down for Quakertown. Quakertown picks up the first down with their big fullback, Jackson Connolly. And we're coming up on 10 minutes left in this ball game.
That's a Quakertown first down.
And the clock's going to start on this.
So Quakertown has the ball on the Pennridge 42. Martin's in the shotgun. Turns to his sideline. Brings a guy in motion, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's hit maybe at the line of scrimmage and falls forward, and he picks up about a yard. Okay?
Yep.
The Perk is open 7 days a week. Check out at theperk.com.
The Rams Pint House and Rooftop Lounge brings you the Ram Cam. It's celebrating the fans, the band, and the heart of the community. Join the fun at Rams Pint House after the game and keep the energy going all day long.
Okay, so we have a 2nd and 9 for Quakertown. Martin in his shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 1 up top. He's looking to his left. He fires. It's intercepted by number 42, sophomore Blake Landhurt. He's running down the right side. He's going to try to pick up a block from Giannetti. Cuts back inside, and he is down to the 12-yard line. So that's a game-changing play by the 6'1", 200-pound sophomore, first-team All-League linebacker, Blake Landhurt. And Pennridge will take over with 8 minutes and 58 seconds left. What did you see there, Mr. Hagan?
I saw a sophomore linebacker drop into the hook zone. Brady stepped up and made a nice throw, but it was caught by Landhurt, and he showed some athletic ability on that cutback, getting the ball down to the 12. Let's see what the Rams can do here.
Yeah, my dad would say he has some athletic ability because his dad went to judge, but I'm never going to hold that against the kid.
Yeah, it's a shame.
All right, so the give is to Pachotti off the left side. Pachotti cuts across. He's banging inside, and he has a nice pickup on first down inside the 10 to about the 8. So Pachotti goes for 5 on first down off that left side behind the 6'2", 250-pound sophomore tackle, Henry Phelan, and our junior guard, Wyatt Moyer, opening up a nice hole in there on the left-hand side.
That was a patient run by Pachotti. Just waiting, and burst through the hole to get 4 or 5 yards.
So Keating in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to walk into the end zone after being hit about the 3. And Pennridge now takes a 23-14 lead with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the ball game. And Luis Nunez comes on. Aiden Tatowski, a sophomore quarterback, on the hold. Tatowski gets the snap down, and Nunez is perfect again. That's a little foreshadowing with Nunez. Perfect.
Yeah, the best part about Luis Nunez, I talked about his work ethic, but pre-game, he works out with the offensive lineman. Like, he's got 53 on. He's never going to go in the game as a lineman. But he gets in there, and he's got a little one-on-one drill, doing some stuff with the O-line. You got to love that in a kicker. He's not as big as that kid from Penn State, though.
No.
That is a large young man.
So Mr. Behrens, our basketball coach, sent me a text message and said I missed some immortals of Pennridge football. Now, I didn't see these people play, Mr. Behrens, so give me a break. Tim Lewis, 1979 Pennridge grad, first-round pick by the Packers and attended Pitt. Lewis Riddick, a 1987 grad, a D-back, played in the NFL, attended Pitt, and we see him all the time on ESPN. Rob Riddick, who was a running back at Millersville.
Marauder pride, baby.
That hurts me to say that. And then went on to play for the Bills. And then Will Lewis, another Millersville guy, in 1980 and 81, played with the Seattle Seahawks. So, again, another amongst the long line of illustrious green and white players to play in this ball game.
Will was here for the PW game. It had been the first time in many, many years he had been here. He was impressed by our stadium and the full energy. He was standing by the student section. You know, we have a lot of alumni here. I ran into Nick Tarburton, who played at Penn State. You got Krivda and Mike Class and a couple other guys from the 2012 championship team. Jack Ferguson and Bobby Croyle from the 2020.
Yeah, I saw Bobby earlier. Bobby played in the national semifinals of the Division III Final Four at Susquehanna University.
Yeah. What do we got?
Okay, so it's do or die time for Quakertown.
Yep.
They are down 10 with 8:16 to go, and Martin is under center, and it's a toss to Reisner off the right side. He's picking his way, and he picks up about 3 to bring up a 2nd and 7.
That was an unbelievable job by number 12, Tommy Giannetti, setting the edge there so that he couldn't get outside. He had to cut it back up.
Yeah, pound for pound, inch for inch, in 24 years here at Pennridge, I've never seen someone get as much out of his talent and play as hard and be as tough as Tommy Giannetti. He's playing out there with a cast on his hand, and he gets up and makes the tackle. So Martin's rolling to his left. He's throwing, and it's complete to Connolly, and he's going to have a first down. Going back to Tommy. Tommy's also a baseball player. And he's going to play baseball at Widener, and just goes to show some of those young guys, you can play more than one sport. Don't let anybody tell you have to focus on one sport. Get out and play as many as you can while you can. These 4 years in high school go fast, so enjoy yourself and play.
Yeah, you got Chase Klontz, number 2, plays lacrosse. Mike Ferguson, number 23, he'll be here tomorrow, probably getting some track workouts in. Gregoire plays baseball.
Okay, so Martin's throwing. He's going deep for Hutchison and a little out of his reach down the right side for an incompletion. And it'll be 2nd and 10, and we are now moving to 7 minutes and 33 seconds left in this ball game.
Jackson Gregoire, in-house coverage there. 2nd down and 10.
Big shout out to our superintendents from both schools hosting a administrative breakfast this morning. Dr. Barrios from Pennridge and Dr. Friedman from Quakertown, and all the principals at the schools who work day in and day out for these students.
Martin's rolling to his right. He's looking to throw, and he has a receiver over there, does a type wire act and makes the catch. Great job keeping his feet in bounds. Rosner with the catch to bring up 3rd and about 3. That was a heck of a play by Rosner. Great hands, great balance to stay in bounds and make the catch.
Yeah, Giannetti had a jump for it, but he's got like a 10-pound cast on his arm, so the vertical is probably not at the optimum level right now.
Okay, so 3rd and 3. You know this is 2 down distance, so they're going to turn and give it to Connolly. And Connolly is hit in the backfield, and he lost a yard. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 4 right from midfield. And you would think that if Quakertown doesn't convert this, Pennridge's chances are going to look pretty good. Now they're putting Will Doherty back on the field and taking Rowand off. At 4th and 4, if I'm Quakertown, I'm going to drop Martin back and have him make a play for me. He might have to make it scrambling with his feet because he's got Connolly lined up down here on the left-hand side with Michael Ferguson with a distinct height advantage. So it is Martin. He is rolling. He is throwing. He is complete.
Ooh.
And it is close, but I think he's going to have a first down to number 12, Emilio Olivares, a 6'1", 180-pound senior.
I think that's his 3rd catch of the day, and they've all been meaningful catches for the Panthers offense.
Martin again makes a play with his feet and then with his arm. That kid's a heck of a quarterback. I can't wait till he graduates. Okay, so Martin's under center. He turns and he gives it to Reisner. Reisner has a short gain, and I think Pennridge will take that all day, up 2 scores. So it is 2nd and 7, and we are coming up on 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in this ball game. Pennridge up 24-14, and Martin in the shotgun. Martin takes the snap. He's throwing. He's looking. He's rolling right. He has all kinds of time.
Oh, nice
he ducks
move.
one guy and throws, but it's incomplete. There was a receiver there. He was covered by 3 Pennridge players.
Connor McMillan on the breakup.
Number 34, Connor McMillan,
We have timeout for an injury.
a 5'8", 170-pound junior.
Well, we've got this timeout. Let's just go through real quick and recognize all the all-league players. You know, when you have 2 teams as good as these. You know, we talked about Brady Martin, Owen Reichwein, Kyler Reisner, and then Brady Martin again on defense, first team all-conference. Conley, Tuholsky, Elijah Pint, or something like that. Jackson Conley, I can't read my own writing, second team. And then they had a host of honorable mentions with Kyler Reisner at running back, Jacob, hold on, I got his name. His old lineman, Jacob Moiser, the kicker, etc. Great job by them. Congratulations, Reichwein and Tuholsky again.
Jacob Moises is a 6'6", 320-pound senior. He's a big cat over there on the right tackle.
Yeah, hopefully he's getting a good look to go play at the next level. That's the next step for these guys, recruiting season.
So here we go. Martin is taken down in the backfield. He threw the ball. I think they're going to whistle.
Down.
Yeah, I think they're going to whistle him down. It looked like Ryan Rowe and Ian Gallagher on the play.
Yep.
And that's going to bring up a 4th and 15, and pretty much a must-have for Quakertown. So they're going to have to dial up their best pass play here.
I think they've run some crossing patterns that have been successful. Defense is in quarters. With a little bit of not man under, but 3-4 with the quarters defense.
So here comes Martin. He's stepping up. He's throwing deep. He's got a man down there. Oliveira is just out of his reach. Incomplete. And Pennridge will take over with 5 minutes and 9 seconds, leading 24-14 here in the 96th annual Thanksgiving Day Classic.
All right, let's talk about those all-league for the National Conference. Not only do we have a host of all-league guys, but Pennridge football won the Sportsmanship Award for our division. Great job by them. First team all-league wide receiver, Sean Luthi. On defense, Ryan Rowe and Blake Landher. Second team, Noah Keating, quarterback, Shane Rowand at line, Luis Nunez kicking, Ian Gallagher defense, Jackson Gregoire, and Chase Klontz, and then a host of honorable mentions. Congratulations to those boys. Been a great career for many of them.
Keating turns and gives to Doherty, and Doherty again is barreling through the line, and he's close to a first down, and he's going to have a first down at about the 38-yard line of Quakertown. St. Luke's, presented by St. Luke's Sport Medicine, caring for over 40,000 student athletes each year. St. Luke's is the region's varsity team in sports medicine.
And the game is presented by the Perk. Celebrate big plays and great meals. Perksy's hometown restaurant. I'm sure they're having fun cleaning up after a late night last night.
All right, Keating's under center. And he has Doherty behind him. And brings Blomgren in motion, and the give is going to be to Rowe. And Rowe is hit, and he falls forward. And a pickup of about 4 by Ryan Rowe. Ryan has been a class act in all his time representing Pennridge football, not only on the field, but in the classroom. Ryan's an outstanding student, and he's heading to Princeton University. I can't wait to get up there and see him play at Princeton.
Best part about Princeton's uniforms, they got those wings on the helmet like that team in Michigan has.
So Noah Keating brings the Rams to the line. He's checking out the play clock with the official. He's going to let the clock wind down. He's going to give to Doherty.
Whew.
And Doherty, again, is just, he's ridiculous. He's a weight room warrior. He's what you want every player to be. So if you're a young kid and you're watching this game from Pennridge and you want to be a football player, you got to do what Kyle told us in his interview. He said, we're going to lift heavy weights. We're going to get stronger. And Will Doherty has been a testament to that. He's strong. He's a weight room warrior. He lives in there. And part of his success is his hard work and determination. And all that starts in the weight room. So here we go with 3rd and 3. Keating again waiting for the clock like an intelligent senior quarterback that he is, waiting for the clock to wind down, waiting to get the sign from the official. He snaps the ball, and there is a penalty on the play. It looks like it's going to be a false start on the Rams.
After what seemed like 40 of those last Friday night, that's our first pre-snap, second pre-snap penalty of the game. It's going to push it back to be about 3rd and 9.
So 3rd and 9 with 2 minutes and 46 seconds. We're still going to stay on the ground here, right, Mr. Hagan?
Yes, we want to keep that clock going. This is obviously 4-down territory. You want to turn the ball over. If you turn the ball over, you want to have it to be the least amount of time possible for Panthers.
Now, Quakertown has all 3 of their timeouts left. They haven't used one yet. So this is going to be a 3rd and 8. And Doherty and Rowe in the backfield. It's going to be Rowe.
Student body left.
Yeah.
First down.
Rowe picks up the first down. And that's probably going to do it, although Quakertown does have 3 timeouts left. And what a testament to this senior class and the offense led by number 16, Noah Keating. You mentioned earlier he started as a freshman, which isn't easy to do. And he got better every single year, and he really shined this year. It was definitely his best year under his grandfather. He benefited from that tutelage and the experience, and he had a great senior year. I'm not sure in my 24 years I've seen a better quarterback. I've seen some good ones, but I'm not sure anybody had a better senior year than Noah Keating. And he turns and gives it to Ryan Rowe, and Rowe is taken down for a loss. So it'll be 2nd and 12, and Quakertown's still not taking their timeouts.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Bannis on another great year. He's done a fantastic job. This is his, I think, 16th year up at Quakertown. Quakertown alumni, Shippensburg University player. It has just been awesome to have this game every single year. Coach Beller is going down the field. He's calling timeout.
So Coach Beller calls timeout, and he's going to pick up his first Pennridge Thanksgiving Day win.
Yep.
And he's going to get himself on the board.
Yeah. It looks like Coach Beller kicked a couple guys out of the out of the huddle. I don't know if he just has all his seniors there or what.
The guys he kicked out of the huddle were underclassmen.
Yep.
That's a pretty cool move.
Yep.
So his seniors are getting a chance to walk off the field and get a huge hand from this Pennridge faithful, which they received also on Friday night. And his seniors are getting a loud ovation, which they so much deserve. They have brought Pennridge football back to where it belongs, and they are going to pick up their 13th win, which is an all-time program record. You think about all the great players have gone through Pennridge High School, and this group here has 13 wins. Okay, so we got some new players in the game, and the handoff is to number 19, Chuck Long. He of the Iowa fame. He's a 6'1", 170-pound running back.
Fast, super fast.
That's good. He's only a sophomore. I like to hear that, Mr. Hagan.
He was part of the 4x100 freshman relay team that went to the Penn Relays last year.
So we're inside of 45 seconds. It looks like number 3, Aiden Tatowski, has checked in at quarterback.
Yep. Birdie Blumgren getting him into victory formation.
And Tatowski's going to take the snap and drop back and take a knee. And that's going to do it for your 96th annual Quakertown Pennridge Thanksgiving Day Classic. And the Pennridge Rams are going to come away a 24-14 winner and pick up their 13th win of the year and the first in this classic for Coach Kyle Beller and his staff.
What a game. Proud of these kids, proud of this community for everything they did, coming out for 10 home games this year. And even traveled well to our road games. But
I think Mr. Hagan and I both would like to thank Mr. Thomas, our district
absolutely.
communications guy, for doing such a great job up here in the booth and helping us and guiding us through this. We really appreciate all his help and his expertise. So thank you, Mr. Thomas, and to the rest of the Pennridge and Quakertown communities, we wish you all a happy, healthy, and safe Thanksgiving holiday.
Take care, everyone.
Absolute pleasure, guys, and thank you so much for all of your expertise up here in the booth, bringing some great perspective. I want to have a wonderful Thanksgiving to everyone, and just could not be more happy with the last two broadcasts we've been able to put together for our community, and you guys, huge part of it, just being able to bring all your expertise, your inside perspective on the students and, of course, the staff. And what you're seeing right now, another special tradition here at Pennridge, where our team lines up, faces the student section, the band plays our alma mater, and we're going to give that a listen here in a couple seconds as the band plays our alma mater and everyone salutes each other. And a beautiful sideline tradition here at Pennridge.
They're going to pick up that trophy for the first time in 5 seasons.
Once again, what an incredible special moment here as you see the Pennridge Rams, now an historic team for so many reasons here at Pennridge High School, but they now have earned their 13th victory of the season, the most ever by any Pennridge High School football team, and what a fitting way to do it. And they're going to be presented one of the biggest trophies you'll ever see right here in the middle.
Your Pennridge Rams.
Take a look at that big trophy in the middle as the athletic director brings it out, and the seniors are going to hoist that thing up high and proud. That trophy's been away for too many years from Pennridge. It's been sitting up there at Quakertown for the last 4 years. But it's back home where it belongs, here at Pennridge High School. From all of us here, we would like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Angelo Barrios, assistant superintendent, Dr. Bradley Palmer, all of the administrative staff and all of the administrators, the entire team that makes this broadcast possible, and most importantly, all of our sponsors. We'll play that video one more time to thank them. But most importantly, we'd like to thank all of you watching. The Pennridge community is a special place. All of the communities that make up the Pennridge region, each with their own special thing that makes them unique. But at the same time, we're all Pennridge. We're all green, we're all white, and we all celebrate everything special, from the students to the staff to the programs that make Pennridge one of the greatest places you could ever work or call home. On behalf of everyone, thanks for watching today's broadcast. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. And we leave you with that great look right now at the Pennridge teams huddle around that very special trophy. From all of us here at the Pennridge School District, thanks for watching and happy Thanksgiving. Goodbye, everybody.
Welcome to the 96th Annual Pennridge Quakertown Thanksgiving Classic, presented by Hilltop Farm and Fence, your trusted family-owned fencing specialist serving Bucks and Montgomery counties. Whether you need aluminum, vinyl, wood, PVC, or chain link, Hilltop builds quality fences that protect what matters most. free estimates, fast service, and a 5-year workmanship guarantee. The 96th Thanksgiving Classic is brought to you by Hilltop Farm and Fence, the family-owned fencing experts serving Bucks and Montgomery counties. From residential privacy fences to farm and commercial fencing, Hilltop delivers exceptional workmanship, backed by a 5-year warranty. Looking for aluminum, vinyl, PVC, wood, or chain link? Hilltop does it all, professionally, efficiently, and built to last. Protect your property. Call Hilltop Farm and Fence today. Today's broadcast is also made possible by St. Luke's University Health Network, the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. St. Luke's provides the most advanced injury prevention, athletic training, performance, physical therapy, chiropractic care, nutrition, and sports psychology in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Serving over 60 schools and nearly 40,000 student athletes, St. Luke's helps every athlete perform at their best. With St. Luke's Sports Medicine, it's game on. Today's game is also brought to you in part by The Perk, everyone's favorite place in the Pennridge region. Enjoy award-winning burgers, pasta, steak, seafood, and generous portions in a warm, historic setting. When you walk inside The Perk, you know you're home. Open 7 days a week and home to Pennridge student athletes, win or lose after the big game. Visit attheperk.com to see the full menu and gift cards. The Perk, good times, good people, great food. And Grillo's Cleanout Services handles estate cleanouts, rental turnovers, junk removal, and expert hot tub transportation. Customers praise their honesty, great communication, and ability to handle even the toughest jobs. Today's game is brought to you in part by Grillo's Cleanout Services, so give them a call, 267-221-1880.